Hello viewers, my name is Kevin Bay and I will be representing Group 7. My group focused on version G, which is near the A building.
For some general observations, my group noticed that the dirt was moist, kind of clumped together, and the overall color was very light. For the abiotic or non-living factors in our soil, there was some tiny white, brown, and black rocks. For the biotic factors, we noticed there were some branches, roots, bits of leaf, and wood pieces. To determine our soil's free carbonate level, when the vinegar was added into the soil, there wasn't too much of a big reaction, but it started bubbling a little bit afterwards. This means that our soil's free carbonate level is quite low.
So soil fertility refers to the ability of soil to sustain plant life, and there are basically 4 important components that determine the fertility of soil, and that includes pH, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium levels. Our soil pH was about 7.0, so it's quite neutral. The nitrogen level was adequate, and phosphorus and potassium levels were deficient. This means that our soil is not the best for plant growth, as it is lacking 2 of the 3 most important nutrients for plant growth.
For now, we'll talk about the soil texture. In this slide, there are a total of 3 distinctive soil texture types: sand, silt, and clay. And you can see that my group has divided up on the right. This slide is about the exact amount of the clay, sand, and the silt in our dirt. We had 8 mm of clay, 5 mm of silt, and 25 mm of sand, which was a total of 38 mm in height. And next, this slide is another visual representation of the percent distribution of clay, silt, and sand in our dirt.
Here are some of the data that we collected over the span of 2 days, including the mass of the moist and dry soil sample. The amount of water originally in the soil was 5.79%, and the water holding capacity of our soil sample was 0.06, which is a small number, so our soil does not really have a great capacity to hold water. And since there is more sand than clay in our soil sample, as seen previously, it is not surprising that we got this result. It is also important that soils are able to hold water, because soil water dissolves salts, and it kind of makes up the soil solution, and it's important as a medium for supply of nutrients to growing plants.
Dry permeability rate. After we poured the water into the soil, it took 2 minutes and 14 seconds for it to completely saturate in the soil. Therefore, the permeability of our soil sample is 0.00746. Okay, so soil porosity is important because the seeds and the roots need oxygen. Our soil only has 17.99% of pore space, and ideal soils should contain 40 to 60% of pore space. Therefore, our soil sample is again not the best for the plant growth.
And that's it for our presentation. Thank you for watching.